First of all, Jarrette, I went to your Instagram. You got a whole Uber code. Why didn't you just call the girls at Uber? It would have been 50% off.
Roxy says we're gonna talk about it. Roxy says we're gonna talk about it.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Roxy with Roxy Says, and we're gonna talk about it. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. So as you all know, the streets have been buzzing about all of this tea with Ayana and Jarrette, okay? Ayana came out a couple of days ago and revealed that Jarrette cheated on her, and that was the breaking point for their relationship. That's what ultimately caused them to get a divorce. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit because I know Jarrette is gonna have to tell his side. I know he's not gonna just sit in silence while we drag him, okay? So as we all know, Ayana and Jarrette announced their divorce a couple of months ago. That came as a shocker to who? Nobody, okay? These two should have never been together in the first place. If you remember from their season of Love is Blind, Ayana was Jarrette's second choice. He originally wanted to go with Mallory, and that didn't work out, so he doubled back around and picked up Ayana off the side of the road, and she said yes. Ayana knew that she was Jarrette's second choice, but she wanted to make it work. She wanted to go through with it. Listen, y'all know how I feel about this second choice stuff. Never pans out good. The only second choice that I kind of have some faith in is Bliss and Zach, but this ain't about them. Let's keep going. We all knew that Jarrette was not ready to be anybody's husband. From him lusting over other women, to going out to the club, coming home all hours in the morning, and that mattress on the damn floor. Listen, Netflix, y'all need to do a better job vetting these people. If y'all go into these people's homes before y'all decide if they could be on the show, if their mattress is on the floor, they are not ready to be anyone's husband or wife, okay? If they got dirty drawers on the floor, they're not ready to be anyone's husband or wife, okay? I need y'all to do better. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles could see Jarrette was not ready to be anybody's husband. I remember when I was watching their season, I didn't review their season like I just got on YouTube, but when I was watching their season, I remember Jarrette being asked why he was ready for a wife. And he told a story of when he was in the hospital because he had gotten stabbed. He recalls all of the other patients had their wives by their side, and he didn't have that. And that's why he wanted a wife. Oh, so he wanted a wife, but he wasn't ready to be a husband. Jarrette, baby, the other side to having a wife is you having to be that woman's husband, okay? You can't just have a wife and be out in the street at 4 a.m. That's not how it works, okay? Very one-sided, very selfish. He was not ready to be anybody's husband. So as you probably seen a couple of days ago, Ayana came out on her podcast and she revealed that Jarrette cheated on her.
The show, the divorce, the hiding of what actually happened in my divorce.
Is there anything that you feel comfortable to like release
Right now, Jarrette cheated.
There were other issues within the marriage, but that cheating situation is what ultimately caused them to call it quits. She said that she found this out about 3 days before they were scheduled to film After the Altar. Child. 3 days before they were supposed to start filming, she gets hit with an email from a woman coming to her, woman to woman, saying, girl, I got some tea about your man, okay? This happened about 9 to 10 months into their marriage. So still very fresh. And she's already getting news that her man is out in these streets embarrassing her. So Ayana says in this email, the woman lets her know that Jarrette brought her and her friend back to his place, which was their place, okay? She said that there was kissing and intimate touching on the bed, but there was no sex. Let me tell you something. You bring another woman in my home, I don't care if y'all was holding hands. I don't care if y'all was playing Monopoly, okay? You might as well go all the way because you've already crossed the line. To even think that that's okay to bring another woman into your home.
You bring another woman into my place. My place.
We already don't have the same level of respect for each other. So you might as well do what you really wanted to do, okay? If you say,
oh, I was just kissing her, we wasn't having sex,
I'm gonna tell you, well, you should have her. You should have her because it's the same thing to me. Then Ayana does an interview with Little Black Book. I'm so happy that I was able to catch this live. It was really good. I love Little Black Book's content. And in this interview, Ayana was discussing all of the things that she ignored in the relationship with Jarrette, how she's grown, what she's learned, what she would never do again. She says that they were incompatible. She says that she called him dumb. She kind of called him dumb in part of the interview, honestly. She said that he was staying out late all hours of the night, we know. And they were about to wrap up the interview, right? Because I was watching it live. They were about to wrap up the interview, and Kojo, Little Black Book, he asked her, was there anything that Jarrette could possibly bring up that would maybe justify his actions or something that he can hold against you? And Ayana says this.
I mean, again, like, I get it. He's in a defensive mode. But I don't like that he's gonna use this situation against me. God,
what situation is he gonna use against you, baby?
When we first got married, I went out with some women I had just met, and we were all drinking, and I sometimes, and this is why I don't drink, this is why I don't like to drink often, because I know sometimes I have a hard time, like, understanding, like, okay, now is when you stop, and I blacked out, and within an hour, I was at a random bar, and I remember yelling at this man, no, I'm married, but I remember him just following me around a lot. Around, like, 2:30 in the morning, Jarrette gets off of work, and he's like, Ayana, I'm coming to pick you up, but when he came to get me, this guy had the nerve to say, like, oh, no, bro, she's good, and I'm surprised Jarrette didn't punch him in the face then, but Jarrette was like, all right, we gotta go. And Jarrette was like, Ayana, you don't know what was happening with you and this guy. And I was like, no, nothing happened. Like, I know nothing happened. Because I remember pushing him off saying, no, I'm married. And I remember telling him, like, I'm also concerned about my behavior too. I never want to repeat, and I never repeated it again. Texted me saying, like, I just need last night to never happen again.
So first things first, Ayana, I hope that you never, ever, ever hang out with those women ever again. Listen, when I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm that designated friend. I'm the one looking out for everybody because I rarely drink when I go out. So I'm that girl who's like, you need to go to the bathroom? Okay, let's go. Single file line. Okay, come. Who else is going to the bathroom? These were women that she recently met, so they weren't her friends, but still, that's just cold, ladies. Like, if you see a woman is not 100%, you don't leave her like stranded out there, out for dead. You don't leave her out for dead. Second of all, Ayana, baby girl, if you know that you black out when you drink, you need not ever touch alcohol again, okay? You better be really thankful that you didn't wake up in a ditch, because that, honestly, that is very dangerous and reckless behavior. You don't need to be drinking, baby, because anything can happen to you. And she did say that that is something that she made sure has not happened since. So I'm happy that that is a behavior that she no longer engages in. Like Ayana said in the video, she was drunk, she blacked out, she was with a guy, she's telling him, wait, I'm married. She calls Jarrette, and Jarrette comes and gets her. And of course, Jarrette is furious, and rightfully so. I can definitely see a situation like that causing doubt in a relationship, questioning, did she do something? Who is this guy that she was with? Jarrette would be totally valid in those feelings. And Ayana saying that she blacked out is not an excuse. Because if it was reversed, we wouldn't accept that, right? We wouldn't accept Jarrette saying,
oh, I blacked out. I don't know what happened.
And we would be like, oh, you blacked out, right? So it got to go both ways. It has to go both ways, okay? However, you didn't pick up Ayana from some dude's house, right? And we're going to see in Jarrette's video, he said that he saw her location. So he knew where she was. She was at the club. Not saying that she couldn't have went in the bathroom and did, okay, not saying that nothing could have happened, but she didn't pick her up from some guy's house, all right? And clearly Ayana really knows this man, because exactly what Ayana said Jarrette would do is what he did. Check out the video.
There was kind of a situation that I put myself in. I didn't cheat, but there was a situation where I did put myself in. So this email goes, it's dated March 8th, 2022. So this email goes, hey, this is unfortunate to send you, but I just wanted to let you know that a few weeks ago, I met Jarrette at Tunnel. He ended up inviting me and my friends back to his place, which we later on found out he did not live at alone. We did kiss, and there was some touching in private places, but there was no sex. I honestly have gone back and forth about whether or not to mention this at all, but I just feel like it isn't fair to you. But I just feel like it isn't fair to you to not know. I'll go into details if you want, but I just have to clear my conscience and reach out and tell you what your husband is doing. So, that night, I was out. The show had already came out, you know what I'm saying? We was out partying, me and my friends, and we're leaving the last spot, leaving Tunnel, and we decided to go back and finish partying and drinking at my house. At the time, me and my ex-wife, she was at her place because she didn't want to watch the show together, so that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. But these women, they came back, and me being the nice person that I am, you know what I'm saying, I offered them, and I had like, yeah, shit, we all gonna drink, let's have a good time. I wasn't gonna drink no more because I was done. I was tired, I was ready to go to sleep, I was done. Now, I've owned up to the fact that I shouldn't have never invited them to my crib in the first place. One, and I understand that, I take accountability for that. Should have never happened. Secondly, everything that was said that happened did not happen. This girl said that we kissed and there was touching in private places but no sex. None of that happened. They got here, we sat down, I was like, here's the bottle, here's the liquor, all that, you know what I'm saying, and y'all go at it, y'all have at it. And I went and laid down in my bed. Maybe like 5-10 minutes later, I hear, oh, hell no, girl, we gotta go. This man got a whole girlfriend in here. Why he invite us here, blah, blah, blah. And left. And that was that. I ended up driving her car because she was too drunk to drive. Her and her friends. So I was like, fuck it, shit, we all going back to the same place, so shit, I'll drive. One thing I do want to talk about, and it pains me to say this, but it's like I too went through a similar situation that she hasn't talked about. She was out with some of the female castmates. Like she was getting drunk, fine, that's fine, go ahead, have fun. So when I get off work, I go pick her up. Calling her, no answer. Looking at her location, it's telling me she's at this one location. Call her again, no answer. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, I'm just speaking my truth. When I did find her, she was holding hands with another guy walking down the stairs. The very next day, we're having this conversation and I'm hit with I blacked out, I don't remember.
First of all, Jarrette, I went to your Instagram and I clicked the link in your bio and you see the first thing at the top? You got a whole Uber code. You trying to be a good guy, a nice guy? Why didn't you just call the girls the Uber? It would have been 50% off. I don't know you, but don't play with me. Second of all, single or married. You bringing home women who are intoxicated, who are a little tipsy. That's pretty reckless on your part too, because in all honesty, if they're that tipsy and they don't know what's going on, they can say you did anything. Women, we need to protect ourselves. Men, y'all need to protect yourselves too. That was a stupid decision. The only reason why I think you would risk something like that is if it don't really come off as a risk, because you about to get something, right? You leaving with something.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Okay, in the words of Denzel Washington. Third of all, you mean to tell me you brought these ladies to your home, gave them the bottle, like you said, to drink, and then to do what? I need to know what that conversation was that brought them to your house. What was the conversation?
Hey, y'all want to come home with me and we could drink some alcohol and just take a nap?
Who invites a stranger from the club to just sit and drink alcohol and not do anything? I'm really insulted that Jarrette is playing with us right now. Like he thinks that we are idiots. Jarrette, how dare you? In his video, he also mentions that out of nowhere, the girl's friend was like,
oh no, girl, we gotta leave, he got a girl.
So you just told on yourself. You didn't tell these women at the club that you were in a relationship, not even married. You didn't even tell them you had a girlfriend. I need to know what this conversation was. How did you get them to your home? These women didn't even know you were in a relationship. So you were out moving like a single man, clearly. And to me, the reason why he brought that situation up with Ayana was because he was trying to, one, create doubt in our minds, right? Because he didn't say that Ayana cheated. He had no proof that Ayana cheated, but he wanted to leave it open to the imagination. And to me, low-key, what he was saying was, I didn't cheat, but even if I did, she cheated first, okay? That's what he's saying. Like I said before, both of them exhibited pretty reckless behavior in each situation. These two need to not be drinking. She be blacking out and he be bringing home strangers and making out in the bed, allegedly. Like, y'all need to not drink anymore. At all. Because clearly y'all do not make the best decisions when you got that liquor in. At the end of the day, we don't know what happened. Only Jarrette knows what happened in his situation. We don't even know if Ayana knows because she said she blacked out, right? So at the end of the day, we don't know. We can only just speculate and have our opinions. I'm basing my opinion on the behavior that I've witnessed from the both of them. Do I think Ayana did anything with that guy? No, I don't. Do I think that Jarrette did anything with that girl? Yes, I do. Okay. And that is based on the behavior that I've witnessed from Jarrette during his season of Love is Blind and after the altar. And this is not a gender thing at all. Like,
oh, all men are trash and all women are innocent.
No, because if it was Jackie and Marshall, okay, same situation, would I think Marshall cheated? No, I would think that Marshall didn't cheat. Would I think Jackie cheated? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. So it's not a gender thing. It's just my opinion based on the behavior that I've witnessed from both parties, right? But another side to this could be that woman saw Jarrette in the club. She knew exactly who he was and she wanted some clout. That's a possibility too. You know, maybe she was like,
ooh, is that Jarrette from Love is Blind? Ooh, let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can get on the show. You know what I'm saying?
you never know. It's a possibility. It could have been for clout and Jarrette maybe didn't do anything. We don't know. What we do know is that both Ayana and Jarrette made stupid decisions, okay? I am happy that they're no longer together. They should have never been married in the first place. Jarrette can now be single and free and be that good Samaritan Uber driver that he's always wanted to be, picking up random strangers from the club and bringing them to his house, giving them alcohol so that they can just watch him sleep. I am so happy that he can now live his dream freely. And hopefully Ayana has grown from this. From what I've seen from her, it seems like she has been doing the work. She's realized her flaws. She's seen all of the red flags that she's ignored. It looks like she values herself more and that she'll just go into her next relationship a lot more aware, a lot more equipped, and she'll make better decisions. We love that for you, Ayana. But let me know what y'all think. Do you think Jarrette cheated? Do you think Ayana cheated? Do you think that that lady was just clout chasing? Do you think that you're gonna like, comment, and subscribe on this video? We're almost at, I think, 400. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. But get down in the comments and let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Roxy says we're gonna talk about it. Roxy says we're gonna talk about it.